everyone. We are going to go through our new CampSpot property reservation system to help support you in understanding how property reservations and activity reservations will be managed as we move forward. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go over our home page for the property, and then we're going to walk through resources that are available on this homepage, as well as the process for managing reservations, creating reservations, and then checking out in order to secure your reservation. So first, I want to share that each property has their own unique link to manage those property reservations. So right now within the system, we have a property link through CampSpot for Camp Todd, and then a link for Country Center. Each unique link will be shared with our membership, as well as accessible through our camp property pages at gscb.org. So when you first come to the property site, you will first know that you are on the appropriate property based on what you see up here in the upper left-hand corner. You will also see that you can sign in to an existing account, create a new account, or manage your shopping cart. Obviously, we have nothing to manage in our shopping cart at this point until we start our property reservation search. On the main screen, you can select the dates that you are searching for, and then you can add your guest count. So number of children, adults female, adults male, and then pets. It's important to know that we do not allow pets on our property at this time, but because it is a global system, it's not something that we are able to take off of that search function under guests. As you scroll down on our main page, you will see that we have our package discounts. So at this time, we will have two discount rates, one for our Girl Scout groups and then one for nonprofits. All Girl Scout groups within GSCB will receive that Girl Scout rate through communication, but if at any time that they need that code and or forget what that discount is, they can contact member care at the 800 number and or at membercare@cbgsc.org in order to collect that information at time of checkout. You will also see, as we scroll down to the bottom, that we have the address for the property. You can easily access and email member care from this link right here. We have our phone number, and then we have links to some of our social media pages. You will also see on the right-hand side that we have our terms and conditions, refund policy, cancellation policy, COVID policy, as well as some other components that are built in here by CampSpot. Additional information will be available in here as we continue to build the system out for our go live date. But as for right now, we want to make sure that you understand the process for reserving units as we move forward. So I have my date selected. I have the number of individuals that I'm searching for. It is important to know that your search will bring back results based on the capacity of the unit. So if I'm searching for a unit that can hold 16 individuals, and I enter 16 individuals in here, if we have a unit that only has capacity for 14, that will not appear within your search as an option because you are exceeding the capacity of that unit. So important to know when you are searching using your guest function. We're going to hit the search button. And our search button will then pull back for us all of the available sites on the property for the dates that we selected and for our capacity and or guest count that we have entered at the time of search. A few things to know. Over here on your left-hand side, you'll see that there are things that you can filter by. So you can filter by different types of sites, your lodging, your tent sites, and then your other. Other is where you're going to find your activity reservations. You can scroll and open up or reduce the nightly rate that you're looking for, and so that will allow you to do that. Or you can select reset and we'll go to the highest amount of a property that we have within the suite of opportunities. And then you can also filter based on amenities. So say that you're looking for private shower, you can select private shower, and then it will filter out only those units that have those private showers. So we're going to unselect that and open up. You can also see that you have quick browse by site categories up here that show just lodging and tent sites. So if I select just tent sites, you'll see that it's just going to pop back that tent site for me. We are going to not filter by anything, and we're going to select very specific units for ourselves. So for us, we want to start with Chop Tank Lodge. So I'm going to search by lodging. I'm going to come here and select my overnight at Choptank Lodge. But before I do that, I want to also show you another way to view availability. So I can open this menu right here and say I was looking for these dates and I have located all the things that I want for this, but now I also want to look for future dates. Say I want to come back and stay at Choptank Lodge and I want to include that in here, or I just want to look at the accessibility. So if you search within the calendar, anything that is black means that it is available on those dates. Anything that is gray with a line through, like here September 7th, that means that that date is taken. There's already a reservation for that property. So if you wanted to update your dates, you could easily do that by selecting new dates on the calendar and hit update dates. For us, we don't want to do that. We want to hit cancel, and we want to select Choptank Lodge as our unit of reservation. What we have tried to do and be really thoughtful about is update the images of the units on our property to make sure that individuals that are coming to that unit and coming to our property have a clear picture of what is available and what the unit looks like, so that it can help set up expectations, and then also allows them to look at something and understand, okay, is there something missing, or do I have a question about what I'm not seeing in this image that they can then ask us at the time of reservation. So you can make this bigger, navigate through all of these questions or all of these images here, and then you can exit out of here. So it gives you a pretty good view of what that unit looks like and what you're going to expect when you come to property. You also have a thoughtful overview as well as very clear amenities that are associated with this unit. If you come to the bottom, you will see a map of the camp property, and you will see that we have a unit in blue. This is Choptank Lodge, right? So Choptank Lodge right here is our selected unit. It is in blue. If we had another unit that we were selecting, that would be in blue. But then you can see that down here it is selected. So over on the right hand side, we can see that we are staying for one night at $115 a night. There is a camp ground fee of $2 for reservations, so we can select that and add that to our cart. What you'll now see is that we have built in add-ons on the property. So our add-ons are ways for individuals that are coming to property to really think about what are those activities that they can do for free to help them plan with their girls what they're going to do on our property, or share with other adults for programming. And so you can see that we have all of those components built on here. These are all $0 costs. And it's also a great way for us to understand how items are being utilized on our property that we don't necessarily take reservations for. The other really exciting piece to all of this is that we've now added service project in here as an option. So if I want to add on a service project to my stay on property, I can come in here. You'll see that there's a little description of service project. And I can say I want to complete 1, 2, 3 service projects, right? We'll say we're going to complete 2 service projects. This allows us to then receive the reservation, share additional information regarding service projects, and then understand what it is you're exactly looking for. Is it just 1? Is it 2? And then that allows us to be more informative in our response to you. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add this to our cart. And you can see that that is now added. You can also see that up here in the right hand corner that our total reservation right now is $117 with 3 items in our cart. So if we come back up here, we can see our overnight. We can see we have added this add-on, so that's 2 add-ons. And we can see that there's 0 cost for those. If I want to add another add-on for this specific unit stay, I can simply select see available add-ons and say my group is definitely going to do the adventure trail. So we're going to go ahead and add that adventure trail here, select add, and now you'll see our cart has updated to 4. No change in price because these are items just for us to be able to track and for members and or individuals reserving a property to really understand what items are there for them to utilize. But I'm not done. I want to add a activity to my reservation. So I'm going to hit continue shopping here, and it's going to take me back to my search function. So I'm going to search for additional units, and for me specifically, I want to look at other. So I want to add an activity. I want to add kayaking specifically to my reservation. So I will sort or filter by other, and then all of those components update. It's important for you to understand that because the system is built as a nightly reservation platform, that all of the information related to activities shows as average per night, but the cost is really based on the period of time in which you are reserving it. So we'll talk about activity blocks in just a moment. But when you are searching in new CampSpot system, what you will do is on the day that you want that activity to take place. So for me, I want to do hiking or kayaking with my group on Tuesday, June 4th when we arrive. I'm going to make sure that the start of my reservation search is the day that I actually want to do the activity, with the next day being the end of that activity. And so that will allow you to reserve it for the day that you're searching for. So I have it as search function Tuesday, June 4th, the date that I want to do my activity. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to select kayaking, and you will see, very similar to the units, we have some images built out that help you set the expectation and understanding of what you're coming to when you come to that area on our property. You have a description of those pieces in order to support you, as well as some additional information you can see linked to our website. And then, of course, you have the map down below. One of the things that we have changed is that all of our activities are now in time blocks. This is in order to support our facilitators and ensuring that they get the appropriate breaks when they're facilitating, as well as allows us to better manage and have accessibility to the activities that are happening on our property. So for me, we are arriving on June 4th. So I know that we're going to get there, we're going to check in at 3 o'clock, and so we want to do a nighttime kayaking. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select this 5 to 8 p.m. kayaking opportunity, and then I'm going to hit add to cart. You'll see, just like with our overnight units, that we have add-ons. So if your group has a small craft facilitator, great, that's fantastic, you can come, you can do it. But if your group does not have a small craft facilitator, you can add that on here. We have moved cost for utilization of activities to a flat rate. So there's no rate for bringing your own facilitator or asking a facilitator, and then the request for a small craft facilitator is now at no cost. So if you need someone to support you, there's now no additional cost to you asking for that support. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to say, yes, we do need a small craft facilitator. So we're going to go ahead and add that to our cart. You'll also see that there is a day pass. So say I was not coming and staying on property overnight, but my group was coming for a 5 p.m. Sunset kayaking opportunity. But we wanted to come a little bit earlier. Maybe we wanted to go hiking on the property. Maybe we wanted to utilize some of the free activities that are there. We can now purchase a day pass as a group, and it is one pass per group. So it's $25 for your group. You can add that on, and now you'll have information, and we are able to track who's coming and utilizing our property for day use. So we've added all of those things to our cart. We navigate over here to our cart. We can see our cost is $279. We have 7 things in our cart, and we can now view what they all look like. We are ready to proceed to checkout, so we select proceed to checkout. We're going to enter guest information in here, so phone number, email, all that good stuff. You can opt into getting text alerts about your reservation. We want to know how you heard about us. What is your reason for your stay? And then any special notes and or requests that you have. So you can enter all of that in here. You can continue to payment. So our payment is, you can either pay the total balance due, or every reservation requires a 25% deposit of your overall reservation. And so you'll see that minimum payment here. You can customize your payment through this feature as long as the payment is more than $88.50. So say you wanted to pay $100, you can add $100 in here, and then you are good to go, and that is the payment that will process. You also can enter a promo code. So if I'm a Girl Scout group or a nonprofit, you have a special code in here to get a discount on your property reservation. So you'd enter that code right now, and then it would reduce the overall cost of your reservation. You'd continue to payment, and then you would enter your card information and acknowledge that you have reviewed camp terms, all of those components, and then you would place your order. You also have access over here to your cancellation policy and refund policy, and so if we select those, you will then see what is GSCB's cancellation policy and how does that work. So if you have any questions, that's available, but that's also available on our main page under cancellation policy down here. So I have so many screens open now, or you can access our refund policy that tells you if you need a refund, what does that look like again here. So we process this, we then get all of our communications, and we are good to go. So this is how you make a property reservation by starting with our main web page for each of those properties, right? So Camp Todd has its own unique, Country Center will have its own unique link. And then at any time, if you have any questions, of course, you can connect with member care. They're happy to help you and support you. One thing that I do want to make sure that you understand is that if you were to create an account and then consistently use that to sign in, you would be able to then access and manage all of your current, previous reservations through that one sign-on, which makes it easier for you as the member as you continue forward with reserving our property or even reserving other properties that are available through the CampSpot system. All right, well, that's all. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day.